businesses they can trust. So think of the BBB as the better, check with the BBB first, because better businesses are honest and commit to high ethical standards bureau. That's why they're better. Always look for the sign of a better business and find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 11 o'clock.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Illinois lawmakers have proposed raising the state's minimum wage to $27 an hour by 2032. The plan would begin with incremental increases starting July 1st of this year, if approved. The Illinois Department of Employment Security says 1099-G tax forms are now available for people who received unemployment benefits in 2025. Claimants should receive an email notice or a copy by mail. Forms can also be accessed through an IDES online account or by calling TeleServe. The first practice date for the 2026 Illinois high school football season is moving up to August 5th. The IHSA says member schools approved the change by vote Friday. Players must still complete 12 days of on-field practice before they are eligible to compete in their first game. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
A KFC tale in the pursuit of flavor. The Colonel made his $10 Tuesday bucket so full with 8 pieces of juicy, crispy chicken or tenders that it might just last you till Wednesday, if you've got that kind of self-control. I mean, some people want leftovers. Others are more into right nowers. The Colonel lived so we could chicken. $10, 8 pieces, one big deal with KFC $10 Tuesdays.
Prices and participation may vary. Taxes, tips, and fees extra. Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Chuck McDowell here again. Over the years, I've seen way too many timeshare exit companies pop up, take folks' money, and disappear. I just saw an ad from an exit company started by a couple of bozos that used to work for me. My advice, don't hire bozos out fire. Want out of your timeshare? I'll send you our free timeshare exit info kit explaining your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free kit, 800-329-3737. That's 800-329-3737.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by KFC. The Illinois Department of Employment Security says 1099-G tax forms are now available for people who received unemployment benefits in 2025. Claimants should receive an email notice or a copy by mail. Forms can also be accessed through an IDES online account or by calling TeleServe. The first practice date for the 2026 Illinois high school football season is moving up to August 5th. The IHSA says member schools approved the change by vote Friday. Players must still complete 12 days of on-field practice before they are eligible to compete in their first game. Illinois lawmakers have proposed raising the state's minimum wage to $27 an hour by 2032. The plan would begin with incremental increases starting July 1st of this year, if approved. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
The smartest way to spend your money is not to. Straight Talk offers free 5G phones for new and existing customers on Verizon's 5G network. So the refund money I don't spend on that free phone is the refund money I get to keep for my family. Smart.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different.
Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by KFC. Washington's birthday brings mostly sunny skies with a high near 62. This afternoon, expect patchy fog with a low around 39 tonight. Looking ahead to Tuesday, patchy fog is possible before 9 a.m., mostly cloudy with a high near 56. Currently, it's 46 and mainly clear. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy plates, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
My name is Ariel. I moved to the U.S. at 19. I spoke no English and I struggled finding job opportunities. Everything I have, I owe to the Adult Literacy Center and getting my high school diploma at age 22.
It was an honor helping you achieve your greatness. Now you're helping others achieve theirs. It inspires me.
When you graduate, they graduate. Find free and supportive adult education centers near you at finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
The Supplemental Security Income Program provides monthly payments to help meet basic needs, like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low, and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability, or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to start to apply. Produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Welcome everybody into Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley and the talk of the town. Hey, we're broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area, and of course, the listeners out there too. We hope that you are enjoying this lovely morning. It is the 11 o'clock hour, and it is a nice sunny day outside today. So if you want to pick up some jams, maybe actual jams to put on your sandwich, if you prefer, maybe a nice jelly sandwich for an Out to Lunch segment here, or you want to put on your jams in your earphones from your iPod or probably your phone now mainly. I don't know if do people still have iPods nowadays? I don't know. Maybe some of you old-fashioned folks out there. I remember having an iPod Touch. I was one of the first in my class and everyone wanted to use it. I'm like, okay, you got to take turns. We got to have a schedule here. But, oh my goodness, I remember when that first came out. The iPod Touch, what was that, 2006? I think it was 2007 or 2008. You know what? Now I got to look this up now. When did the iPod Touch come out? First generation, yeah, it was 2007. I was in fourth grade. I didn't get it until 2008. I was begging for it. I was so excited when it was probably the best gift ever. I was on cloud 99. I was so excited when I first got an iPod Touch, and now they're such a thing of the past now, and they're not very easy to use now. Because the screens are so small. We're so used to having larger screens. Even my phone, I'm like, oh, my screen's my screen's considered small really for the phone. But I remember when I first got it, I was like, wow, this is a big screen. But time flies and technology grows and we get used to new things here and there. Maybe small screens will come back into style someday. I don't know. But yeah, I went on a little tangent there. But yes, the iPod Touch. I remember when that first came out. Whatever device you might have to listen to music, go outside and enjoy this beautiful weather. It is a gorgeous sunny day today on this lovely Monday morning. As we continue on throughout your day, you are listening to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, and Out to Lunch is sponsored by St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin. Get back to doing what you love with expert orthopedic and spine care at St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin. No matter what the case might be, they are here for you to keep you in check And whether it's through surgery and through recovery, they are there throughout that entire journey for you so that you can get back to the activities that you love. They also, of course, do offer their ER wait time, which you can find on their website at stjosephelgin.com for more information. You can also give them a call today at 847-931-5525. Or again, visit their website, stjosephelgin.com for more information and to schedule your appointment. That's St. Joseph Hospital, a proud member of Prime Healthcare. So thank you again to St. Joseph Hospital for sponsoring today's show, Out to Lunch. Let's start off here with your morning temperatures. What do we have for today? Well, a gracious amount of sunshine is what we're seeing. As of right now, too, we see a high of 64 degrees. 64 degrees is in that forecast today. Current temperatures right now are at 54. It does feel like 44, but can't complain too much because we've got the beautiful sunshine outside. Wind speeds are going to be about 10 to 20 miles per hour right now. It appears to be maybe about 15, so it's a little bit breezy. Pretty much most of the snow has melted unless you get the big mountains of snow that you see in those empty parking lots. But it is going to be a high of 64, definitely feeling like a spring day outside today, as Woodstock Willie did predict on Groundhog Day in early spring, and that's kind of what we're seeing. We are going to eventually see some temperature droppings throughout the rest of this month, kind of scattered around, but we've got a high of 64 degrees for today, dropping down to a low of 36 for tonight, partly cloudy in the day. Or partly cloudy later that night with a new moon that's going to be showing brightly in the sky, hopefully. Heading on into Tuesday the 17th, we do see a high of 54 degrees, partly cloudy throughout the day. It is predicted to be some cloudier skies coming through for Tuesday night. It drops down to a low of only 48 degrees with a 30% chance of rain. So if we do get a little bit of a rainfall, that should be pretty nice to kind of help the grass grow a little bit more. Heading on into Wednesday, the 18th of February, as we get closer into the end of February into March, we do see a high of 61 degrees and a few clouds from time to time. Gusty winds diminishing in the afternoon. A slight chance of a rain shower, only at about 15 to 20% chance. Wind speeds 20 to 30 miles per hour. So definitely a little bit windier coming up for Wednesday on a windy Wednesday. We see for Wednesday night a low of 34, partly cloudy skies in the evening, becoming cloudier overnight. Heading on into Thursday, we see a high of 51, a light rain development later in the day. We see a low of 33 degrees coming up, rain early, then remaining cloudy within those showers later in the night. That's coming up for Thursday. Rainfall is predicted to be about 1/4 of an inch. For Friday the 20th, a high of 39 is our high, so it means it's going to be a little bit chillier out. Rain and snow showers mixed. So we could see again some of that freezing rain coming through for Friday the 20th. A chance of precipitation is at about 30%. We see it dropping down to a low of 25 degrees coming up, definitely chillier for Friday the 20th. And then we continue on to see chillier temperatures throughout this upcoming weekend. A high of 41 degrees, partly to mostly cloudy coming up for Saturday, dropping down to a low of 24 degrees and considerable amount of cloudiness coming up for Saturday night. Into Sunday, the 22nd, we see a high of 38 and a low of 19. A few clouds from time to time rolling through the entirety of the day. And then finally, from Monday, a week from today, intervals of clouds and sunshine. A high of 36 is predicted with a low of 21. Again, those temperatures will eventually get to chillier weather, but it then goes back up into the 40s and 50s as we get to the tail end of the month of February into the month of March. So there you go. And we are seeing across the globe here, especially in the United States, temperatures soaring above average in temperatures is what the report is saying for so far this week. And if you want to check out the entire radar, you can find it on their website. That is weather.com. They've got the radar there. Record warmth for millions. And when to make those outdoor plans. We're seeing those temperatures at the above average. A wave of warmth sending temperatures soaring to record highs. So that means getting outside and enjoying the temperatures. And that's really happening, especially into the kind of even southern side of things. Midland, Texas already has 83 degrees right now. So That being said, it is going to continue to get a little bit warmer. There is a jet stream of temperatures that are eventually going to get colder, like I said, and then back up to some warmer temperatures. 15 to 25 degrees above average, according to the Weather Channel. So kind of interesting that we're seeing that. Taking a look at the time here, it is approaching 15 past the hour. But before we take our quick time out, let's see what we've got here for our inspirational story of the day. This was posted by a user by the name of AsleepCookie9777. And this is posted today. This was posted on sunnyskies.com. And the title of this is called, quote, "How Our 3-Year-Old Made Sure Everyone Was Smiling." So the user writes, quote, "On Thursday, we drove home after a long day at work and at school. Bit frustrated with traffic and the general me, myself, and I attitude on the roads. On top of that, our 3-year-old decided to loosen her seatbelt. Great, in peak time traffic with no way to stop safely. And that's when she leaned out the window and started waving at passerby, pedestrians, and even a police officer. 'Bye, everyone. Hi, everyone,' she said. Everyone who was addressed at the top of her lungs looked startled, looked again and smiled and waved back. One guy who was talking on the phone and looked very sad had the biggest smile ever. Luckily, her sister, age 9, was able to strap Miss Independent back in, and we came home safely with the little lady still shouting greetings at everyone. Miss, I'm almost 10 years old and too cool to care, hid in her seat and smiled at her sister. Though she had thought she had a screw loose, but we still love her, right?" She says. "I'm very proud of our sensitive little girl. She saw the sour mood everyone was in and decided to brighten their day. May you also be greeted at the top of someone's voice to brighten your day too." So that's the inspirational story that you can find posted on sunnyskies.com. Taking a look at the time, it's approaching 17 past the hour. We'll take a quick time out. We'll be back with more here on Out to Lunch, WRMN AM 1410, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. Stay tuned.
Is diabetes keeping you from enjoying life's special moments? At US Med, we understand the challenges you face, and we're here to help.
With US Med, I can finally manage my diabetes without it managing me.
US Med offers a wide range of services to simplify your diabetes care. Personalized care plans, convenient access to cutting-edge diabetes tech, and knowledgeable support. Plus, we'll check your insurance so your diabetes care may be covered at little or no cost to you.
With US Med, I feel confident and control of my diabetes. I can finally live my life to the fullest.
Don't let diabetes hold you back. Choose US Med and experience better birthdays, better adventures, better anniversaries, and better everything. Call now. US Med. Better service, better care. 800-785-1673. 800-785-1673. 800-785-1673. That's 800-785-1673.
When your car's feeling sluggish, don't stress. Just bring it down to Britain's Express Oil and Lube on Larkin Avenue in Elgin. For a fast, friendly 10-minute oil change and a full 18-point inspection, they've got you covered. Whether it's engine service, fluids, filters, or headlight check, they do it right. And they do it fast. Family run, quality service, right in your neighborhood. Swing by today and keep your ride running smooth. Britain's Express Oil and Lube, your car's health partner in Elgin, a proud sponsor of America's First Responders Fest.
In the middle of the night, everything will be all right if you listen to Coast to Coast right here on WRMN, 7 days a week from midnight to 5 a.m. Each night on Coast to Coast, listeners are captivated by George Noory with discussions on news and current events, conspiracy theories, UFOs, life after death, and all things curious and unexplained. Coast to Coast, every night, midnight to 5 a.m. right here on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not where they learn to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. You might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person. Complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley and the talk of the town. We hope that you are enjoying this day so far. If you're listening to us, well, hello. Of course, I know I say a lot of the same words. Hello, oh my goodness, of course. Just usually some of those filler words to get me through the day, right? You always got to make sure that you've got those. Again, a beautiful sunny day outside. We've got our word of the day. We have our National Day calendar. It is President's Day, so we will discuss a little bit on that too. And then, of course, we also do have a conversation story of the day, which we will discuss. During the 12 o'clock hour, we'll hop into what are the beers of the month for this month, 2026, in February. We got to go through those. I went through the wines of the month, and I also did go through the dishes of the month already for the Fox Valley. That's brought to you by Fox Valley Magazine. So I wanted to go through the beers of the month for you so that you can enjoy some of those delicious IPAs and more choices that come your way from many local businesses that definitely deserve that support. Let's see what the word is of the day. It's prerogative. You know this word. It's a noun, prerogative. It rolls off the tongue, and prerogative means right or privilege, and especially refers to a special right or privilege that some people have. And the right or privilege, that reminds me actually of a movie that I recently watched called The Housemaid. If you've never seen it yet, I think it's streaming on Apple TV and Peacock. It's a good movie. I really enjoyed it. Amanda Seyfried's in it. Elizabeth Perkins is in it, and she is quite the woman in that movie. She doesn't have a lot of scenes, but she is uptight, she says, having teeth is a privilege. Drinking juice is a privilege. And if you watch the movie, you'll see why. It's a whole mind goof of a film. It's really well done. Very well done movie. So if you've never seen it before, it's very good. So when I saw the word privilege, I thought of that. Juice is a privilege and teeth are a privilege. All those things. So it's a good film. If you've never watched it before, I recommend it. It's called The Housemaid. So yes, that is the word of the day, prerogative. There's also My Prerogative, which is a song that was released in 2004. It was a Britney Spears song, which was a pretty popular one. But that is the word of the day. Everyone has something, right? A prerogative, something that is a right of yours or a privilege, right? So no matter what that might be, you have something there. We have our own civil rights. We have our own privileges. Some things definitely to recognize and to celebrate on President's Day as well, too. And maybe even challenge some things. It's okay to definitely have your voice and speak it and exercise those rights, too, to say, hey, you know what? This is something that I should have. This is a prerogative that I should have. Or, you know, speak your mind, speak your voice. Just be respectful about it, of course. But with that being said, that is the word of the day today, prerogative, right? That's what we've got for today's word on Merriam-Webster's dictionary. Let's hop on into our National Day calendar. Well, of course, today is President's Day. This is the third Monday in February. This is a holiday, so schools are closed today. So if you are going outside, spend some time outdoors and with family members and friends and your loved ones. You can also go to the local libraries, check out other places that are open. I do believe, I don't know, is Gail Borden Library open today? Let me double check. I know that it is a holiday today, so let me just double check on that one. I do believe it is open. Yes, so the library is open today. So you can go to the library. They have some fun activities to do for President's Day if you want to check that out. Many different local libraries. But yes, President's Day. The day takes place during the birth month of the country's two most prominent presidents, George Washington and Abraham Lincoln. Now, while the day once only honored President George Washington on his birthday, which is February 22nd, the day now never lands on a single president's birthday. So today is President's Day. And of course, you can look online, see all the different presidents that are out there too. When I was in elementary school, I actually had to memorize the last names of all the presidents. And we used to sing a song, and I still remember the song. It was, I can't remember what the tune of the song was to some particular song, like a kid's song, but we replaced it with the president's names because I went to the Einstein Academy. We were all little Einsteins there. And so we learned stuff like, we memorized all the names of the presidents, just the last names though, and not the first names. And I remember Bush was president at the time. Gosh, it's been coming up to 20 years. This year, 20 years since I've been to the Einstein Academy. Wow, the time has really flown. I left in 3rd grade. I went to Westminster in 4th grade. We didn't learn the presidents then, but at Einstein Academy we did. So we had to learn all the presidents' names. I still remember all of them, all the last names in order. Now I have to add them in my brain, though, because time has flown by. 20 years now. But yeah, there you go. They've got the whole list. You can find it. Etsy has some. You can even just look online, too, for all the list of the presidents' names and what their terms were and things like that. Sometimes they even have it where they have them repeated, so they'll have their picture repeated on the chart. But that's a day to recognize on President's Day. Originated as a federal holiday honoring George Washington, whose birthday is February 22nd. After the Uniform Monday Holiday Act of 1971, the celebration shifted to the 3rd Monday of February, which then created a long weekend. Over time, the holiday evolved to also honor Abraham Lincoln and other presidents. Its origins highlight respect for leadership, national unity, and the values established at the nation's founding. Of course, it's honoring presidential leadership. President's Day emphasizes the role of the presidency in shaping American democracy. The president serves as the head of state, commander-in-chief, and chief executive, influencing laws, foreign policy, and national direction. By honoring presidents, Americans reflect on leadership qualities such as integrity, courage, and service. The holiday encourages citizens to evaluate how presidential decisions have impacted civil rights, economic growth, and global relations. Also, educational importance is another thing, too. It plays an important educational role in schools and in communities. Students often learn about American history, the Constitution, and the lives of past leaders. You can visit historical sites such as Mount Vernon and Lincoln Memorial, provide those deeper understandings of presidential legacies. Classroom discussions also encourage critical thinking about leadership success and also challenges as well. It also is a way to help with civil reflection and national unity. Beyond honoring individuals, President's Day also promotes that civil reflection and national unity. It reminds Americans of the importance of participation in democracy through voting and public service. Reflecting on presidential history allows for citizens to consider how leadership decisions have shaped freedoms and challenges today. National symbols and monuments, including Mount Rushmore, represent collective memory and shared identity. So this is the day to celebrate, to recognize as well, too, and see all of it as well. So again, that is the importance of it. And it always is always good to share this day with others as well. So this is recognized today on President's Day, honoring those. And I would also say it's a good day to also honor those who have fought for us and for those who are also fighting for us as well. So that's the big national day today. And it's also the day off for the kids, so they can enjoy a nice day with the beautiful sunny skies, outdoors activities, or maybe even just sitting on the patio and listening to music or spending time with family and friends and loved ones, and recognize how proud it is to be an American here too. So the time is approaching bottom of the hour news time at 11:30. We'll take a quick time out. When we come back, we'll go through some other national days that are recognized today. And then we'll have our conversation story of the day. 3D scanning and shape analysis are helping these archaeologists to connect objects across space and time to recover their lost histories. Stay tuned for that and more here on Out to Lunch, WRMN AM 1410.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by Chick-fil-A. The first practice date for the 2026 Illinois high school football season is moving up to August 5th. The IHSA says member schools approved the change by vote Friday. Players must still complete 12 days of on-field practice before they are eligible to compete in their first game. Illinois lawmakers have proposed raising the state's minimum wage to $27 an hour by 2032. The plan would begin with incremental increases starting July 1st of this year, if approved. The Illinois Department of Employment Security says 1099-G tax forms are now available for people who received unemployment benefits in 2025. Claimants should receive an email notice or a copy by mail. Forms can also be accessed through an IDES online account or by calling TeleServe. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
You're still grooving, still connecting, still loving, still turning up, still thriving. You still got it, but your immune system, it weakens as you age. That's where vaccines come in. They help train and strengthen your immune response to fight off respiratory illnesses like flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, or COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Book in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Meet Lee Platts, a renter whose possessions fill not only her apartment, but also the darkest corners of a mini storage unit. A land of both truth and fiction. Truth, everything inside is protected by Progressive. Fiction, one day Lee will fit into her clothes from senior year of high school. Renters, discover coverage for what you love and what you can't get rid of in Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers.
At Britain's Touchless Car Wash, they know life gets busy. That's why they're here 24/7 to keep your car looking spotless, fast, and easy. Their advanced brush-free wash technology delivers a sparkling clean without a single scratch, because they treat your car like it's their own. Here's the best part. Right now, you can get a free car wash just for joining their text club. It's simple. Just text BRITT to 30400, and your first wash is on them. Britain's Touchless Car Wash has two convenient locations, 1923 Larkin Avenue in Elgin and 555 Willow in West Dundee. They're proud to keep your car clean while giving back to our community. Text BRITT to 30400. That's BRITT to 30400. Now for your free car wash, and see why Britain's Touchless Car Wash is the fast, gentle, and reliable choice.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Progressive. Today, mostly sunny with a high near 62. This afternoon, temperatures around 58. Tonight, patchy fog after midnight, mostly cloudy with a low around 39. Looking ahead to Tuesday, patchy fog before morning, mostly cloudy with a high near 56. Currently, it's 51 and clear. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
A KFC tale in the pursuit of flavor. The Colonel despised the word empty. Empty plates, empty tables, empty stomachs. That's why he made the KFC $5 bowls, like the famous bowl. Creamy mashed potatoes, crispy chicken, corn, gravy, and cheese. Because the only empty the Colonel liked was when you reached the bottom of that bowl. The Colonel lived so we could chicken. 5 KFC bowls for just $5 each.
Prices and participation may vary. Taxes, tips, and fees extra.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley and the talk of the town, broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in today. We hope you're enjoying this lovely morning as we eventually kick it off into the afternoon time. Remember, you're listening to that AM 1410 dial, or maybe even watching us live here on YouTube, youtube.com/WRMN radio. So, of course, today is President's Day. Let's see some other days that we want to recognize. As it is Out to Lunch, we do want to talk about some food. So here are some food days to recognize today on February 16th, including National Almond Day. Now, almonds are very versatile. They're a healthful almond to recognize, a delicious nut treat to have or something to enjoy so that you can help your heart health and your physical health. And it's a delicious nut native to the Middle East, and it thrives in warm, dry climates with mild winters. The day celebrates the benefits and uses of almonds. There's a lot of different uses of almonds. There's almond milk. There's almond creams that you can put on your face. There's, anything needing to help yourself with skin care routines. There's a lot of different benefits and to a healthy lifestyle when you eat almonds. According to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, scientific evidence suggests but does not prove that eating 1.5 ounces per day of most nuts, such as almonds, are part of a diet low in saturated fat, and it can help to reduce the risk of heart disease. And 80% of the world's almonds are grown in California. Now, almonds are used, of course, just as snacks. You can share almonds with others. You can try almond butter as an alternative, spread for mixes or for mixes for dips. You can step into the kitchen today, add almonds to your savory cooking. So there's lots of different ways that almonds are used. Almond milk is an alternative to regular milk that a lot of local businesses use, especially ones that serve food and drinks, to add into your daily ingredients too. So Viator Coffee, I know they have almond milk. You can buy almond milk at the store. So there's lots of different ways. And almond milk is very delicious too. And I can't usually have too much milk. I'm not lactose intolerant, but I am ever so slightly a little bit sensitive to having too much milk. So almond milk I have had before, and it's very good. And although I do personally prefer the taste of whole milk, almond milk is also good too. It doesn't upset my stomach, so that's pretty nice as well. So that's a day recognized today. It is National Almond Day. Some other days that are recognized, actually even more so some weeks. If you do enjoy the delicious comfort food known as pancakes, it is Pancake Week. Go to some good pancake places. My goodness, you can find them all around the area. Alexander's Cafe in Elgin has some really great pancakes. If you want to check them out, I'll even give you a suggestion here. If you go to Alexander's Cafe in Elgin, blueberry pancakes are the way to go. And you can customize it too. Some places don't offer the customization. Alexander's Cafe does. So you can customize your order when it comes to some very good pancakes. And that's the first thing that literally comes up on their website. So check out their menu, giving them a little bit of a plug-in, of course. They've got some great pancake options on this National Pancake Week. So definitely check them out. You can scroll down. You can find it. Let me see if I can find it here. Pancakes. Okay. Very good pancakes. You can even do it as a French toast. You can do, I love that they have their cinnamon butter with it too, which is delicious. They have their s'moreo pancakes. Okay. So not just s'mores, not just Oreos, but both put together. Enjoy this on National Pancake Week, folks. This is s'moreo pancakes that you can get. It also includes chocolate chips and chocolate syrup and whipped cream, so it's a delicious treat. They have their honey cakes, which are gluten-free. I've had those before, very good. Cranberry pecan pancakes, potato pancakes, lemon berry pancakes, cinnamon roll pancakes, strawberry and banana. They've got a whole list of some good ones. They even have a good creme brulee French toast, which I know isn't technically a pancake, but still pretty good too. So when it comes to pancakes, I do like Alexander's Cafe. Their pancakes are good. I know IHOP also has, International House of Pancakes too, but especially when it comes to supporting those local businesses. And hey, maybe you know of a place where you like getting those pancakes as well. Feel free to let us know what they are. Paul's Family Restaurant is another local business here in Elgin that serves really great pancakes, and you get the nice large pancakes too. Some people prefer the small silver dollar pancakes. Some people prefer the medium size or even the really large size. You can get some nice large size pancakes at Paul's Family Restaurant. So that's a good choice to enjoy. So how do you celebrate National Pancake Week? Well, make some pancakes or go out and support those local restaurants and businesses that serve those delicious pancakes. And again, they have been around for a very long time. Researchers and scientists even predict that pancakes might be the oldest breakfast food in history. They even found pancake-like food in the stomach of Otzi, the Iceman, whose human remains are estimated to be 5,300 years old. So pancakes have been around for a while, and there's lots of ways that you can make them and bake them. So check them out. You can even fry pancakes if you want to fry them. You cook them first and then you fry them. That's good too. If you've ever had that, that's very good. A nice layer, like a crispy fried layer, delicious. There's a couple other days that are also recognized today too. It is Carnival Monday today, the day before Fat Tuesday, celebrated yearly on Monday before Ash Wednesday. And yes, the day is a public holiday, so people of all ages can get their groove on this Carnival Monday. So I know Tuesday tomorrow is the Fat Tuesday. So you know what we're going to be doing. Our family is going to be having breakfast for dinner. It is Fat Tuesday tomorrow, right? Let me double check. Yeah, that's tomorrow. Also, it is National Pancake Day that day too. So it's Pancake Week and it's Pancake Day. So tomorrow's Fat Tuesday. Maybe I should bring in some food for Fat Tuesday. I think I should do that. We've already got, Dino brought in some Nutella, which I already ate one already. And I'm going to eat the rest of these. These are delicious. So Fat Tuesday, we'll talk definitely quite a bit more on that coming up tomorrow. We'll talk about some of my favorite Fat Tuesday foods too. And call in if you've got any Fat Tuesday foods that you enjoy too. We've got some there's a lot of good foods out there before Ash Wednesday comes around. And of course, you don't have to celebrate Fat Tuesday or Ash Wednesday, but if you do, it's something fun. So there's a lot of days that are recognized today. You can find more information posted on nationaltoday.com. Check it out. We've got our next segment coming up here in just a bit. It is 11:42, so we'll take a quick time out. So we have a little bit more time to read these articles. I always seem to kind of rush through these articles because I don't have the time because I'm taking the break too late. So we'll take a quick time out now, and then we'll get into this article conversation story of the day. Stay tuned, and we'll be back with more in just a bit.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
The road ahead can be unpredictable, but with the right partner, you're always moving forward. At Heartland Bank in Hampshire, we're with you. Every mile, every milestone. From savings to small business lending, we offer local decisions and personal service that gets you where you're going. Stop in at 819 Warner Street or call 847-683-4444. Heartland Bank, proud sponsor of America's First Responders Fest.
Did you get a call or message that mentioned Social Security that made you feel threatened or scared? That is not the Social Security Administration. Social Security will not threaten you, press you for personal information, or demand instant payment. Social Security does not accept payments by gift card, prepaid debit card, internet currency, or by mailing cash. Criminals use these forms of payment because they are hard to trace. Don't fall for it. Hang up, ignore them. Report this criminal activity to oig.ssa.gov.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Ready to tackle your junk piles? Call the Junk Luggers. From old furniture to entire cleanouts, we do the heavy lifting. And here's the best part. We rehome and recycle as much as possible to keep it all out of landfills. Feel good about your clean out the green way. Call 1-800-LUG-JUNK or visit junkluggers.com today for your eco-friendly, stress-free service.
Kick off your weekend with a little flair. It's Dino's Night Out every Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. on WRMN 1410 AM. Dino brings you the best of the Fox Valley's entertainment scene. Live music, local artists, street festivals, great eats, and the personalities behind them. If it's happening, Dino's talking about it. And bringing the spotlight is none other than the legendary Arcada Theater, located at 105 East Main Street in St. Charles. Catch dinner, drinks, and a show, all under one historic roof. So whether you're making plans or just love to know what's hot, make it a date with Dino's Night Out, Fridays, 2 to 4 p.m. on WRMN 1410 AM, or stream it live at WRMN1410.com. Dino's Night Out, powered by the Arcada Theater, where Fox Valley comes to play.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley, and the talk of the town, broadcasting live here from Studio 14. It is a beautiful sunny morning as we kick it off and continue on your lovely Monday here on WRMN. Out to Lunch is sponsored by St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin. Get back to doing what you love with expert orthopedic and spine care at St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin. From advanced surgery to personalized rehab, their specialists are with you throughout your care journey. St. Joseph Hospital is a proud member of Prime Healthcare, and they're here to keep you moving. So schedule your appointment today by calling 847-931-5525 or visit their website at stjosephelgin.com. So thank you again to St. Joseph Hospital for sponsoring today's show, Out to Lunch. So let's see what we have going on for our conversation story. As you know, there is a lot of rich history out there in this world, right? And we have so many different artifacts that still have yet to be discovered. And with technology growing, with 3D scanning and shape analysis and AI, there's so much excitement when it comes to discovering things, and especially archaeologists are learning or even using these different tools to help to connect objects across space and time to recover their lost histories. As we know, things get lost, things get separated in time. You see it, I see it at the antique stores when I see those old family photographs, and I'm like, who did they belong to? They must have descendants out there, right? Some people don't. There are some people that don't, but their siblings do, or their cousins do, right? And so there's a lot of times when you're like, I can tell that this is a whole family album, but I only want that one or two pictures. I don't want to separate the pictures from the other relatives. So then you feel guilty and you're like, okay, fine, I'll just buy the whole album, or I'll buy the whole deck of photos because they're all belonging to each other. But it's inevitable. It is going to happen. However, 3D scanning and shape analysis are helping archaeologists, especially for the very, very, very old objects, to be connected back together. And this was an article that was posted a couple days ago by Carlo Nuzzolo, who's a postdoctoral fellow in archaeology at the University of California in Los Angeles. So let's talk a little bit about this article. Today, the world of Egyptology faces a silent crisis, not of looting, although that plays a part, but of disconnection. If you walk into any major museum, from Copenhagen to California, and you see glass cases filled with what could be called orphaned artifacts. These are remarkable objects. They've got intricate detail. They've got a whole lore and history behind it. And they often acquire the 19th and early 20th century that have been completely stripped of their histories. They're the mysteries, the history's mysteries. You see what they are, a mummy-painted foot case, a golden mask, but you have no idea necessarily where it came from. They are beautiful, but historically they are mute. Now, what is Egyptology? Well, it's a study of pharaonic, I think is the correct term, Egypt. So studying Egypt, really, spanning the periods of 4500 BCE to CE 641, according to Britannica.com. Now, many objects enter museum collections at times when excavation and collecting practices were very different from today. In the past, a lot of these objects that were collected were often divided between institutions around the world, and display was prioritized over the documentation. This is the key here. Over time, connections between pieces eventually became lost. Now, as a result of this, a lot of museums around the world hold remarkable artifacts those backstories are very thin, they're fragmented, or they're missing completely altogether, right? You only have so many theories and hypotheses to make until maybe you find some interesting information about it and you have a breakthrough. You break through that, what is it called in genealogy? That brick wall. But there's still so much out there, and there's still so much mystery even behind items that have been found. Now, archaeologists like Carlo here, who wrote this article, is working in the field today, regularly uncovering fragments. This includes even broken pieces of objects that once formed part of something larger. In some cases, those fragments may share the same underlying geometry with objects that are already held in the museums. For example, a mummy's foot case and a newly found shard may have been produced using the same mold. So they share a consistent three-dimensional form, even if they are now separated by time, distance, and absence of documentation. Now, traditionally, evaluating whether a fragment matches up with a specific museum object has relied on visual judgment and incomplete records, rather than quantitative comparison of shape. Again, the materials that you're working with, especially archaeologists, they can only do so much. However, there is something that is helping to improve the studies with this. So even though there's this gap between excavation, archaeology, and museum collections, it's one of the most persistent challenges in this field. Now, Carlo's research asks him that simple question: can we use digital tools to test whether fragments and museum objects might actually be related? And in doing so, are they able to recover parts of their histories that were previously inaccessible? Does AI unlock this? Well, a longstanding problem in the archaeology is, of course, the fact that things break. It is by nature fragmentary. Objects break, decay, or are distributed over centuries. Traditionally, archaeologists have relied on visual inspection, the stylistic comparison, and written records to propose connections between fragments and those objects too. They only can do so much. These approaches are still very essential, of course, but they also have those limits. Like I said, they can only do so much. Visual judgments can be subjective, and archival documentation is often incomplete or inconsistent. Now, of course, as a result, many potential links between excavated material and museum artifacts have remained speculative, not necessarily by fact, period, but speculative, or have never been even proposed at all. An object in a museum might appear complete, yet they still have fragmented history, right? It could all be in its pieces and its glory, but there's still that history behind it that's lingering and wondering why. So they remain sidelined as secondary or uninformative, especially if it's fragments of any type. More than a century ago, the archaeologist Flinders Petrie argued that an object's value lies not in its beauty, but in the information it carries. An unremarkable fragment with a known history, he believed, could be more important than the finely made object without one. Today, digital tools are giving archaeologists new ways to put that idea into practice. And what are they doing? Well, they're using handheld 3D scanners, printers, and more. And it's a great way to be non-invasive with these objects, right? When you have these 3D scanners and these printers, what it does is it allows for you to help to see the object within itself without even having to move a muscle or have the object even move at all, so that it doesn't get damaged and things like that. So one of those tools, again, is 3D scanning. Using portable scanners, it's now possible to capture the full surface geometry of an object with high precision without touching or damaging it. Every curve, contour, and variation in thickness can be recorded digitally. These digital items, such as these 3D scanners, are coded so that it's able to know exactly what it's looking for, particularly. There's a whole article on that too, but basically those 3D scanners are really going to help a lot when it comes to trying to discover these things, or at least being able to know the consistency of what it is and the paint style, things like that. Now, once these items are scanned, an artifact becomes more than an image. It becomes data, a detailed digital model that can be rotated, it can be measured, compared, and analyzed without even having to touch it. Importantly, this process is non-invasive. Fragile objects do not need to be moved, dismantled, or physically tested, like in the days before when they didn't have this technology. Now, for archaeologists and museum curators, this process opens up a whole ton of new possibilities as we know it. Objects held in different institutions or fragments stored in excavation archives can be compared digitally, even if the originals never leave their locations. Because they have that digital aspect to it, they're able to help to at least compare it. Maybe not, they're not always going to find answers, of course, right? It's still a huge work in progress, but at least it's a medium that's used to help assist them. And it's a great medium that's used too. Scanning is only the first step. The real challenge really lies in that comparison. So rather than asking whether two pieces look similar of a particular artifact from many, many moons ago, what it does then is that shape analysis that computer does allows the researchers to ask a more precise question. How similar are their shapes? So really, in the more simpler terms, the computer then compares the geometry of two surfaces. It looks at the curvature, the thickness, and the spatial relationships, measuring how closely one surface matches another. It's like comparing a kind of geometric fingerprint, really. And this approach doesn't replace expert judgment, though. Instead, it supports it by providing measurable evidence that can confirm, refine, or challenge visual impressions. It allows for archaeologists in the modern day to move from institution to testing. So you don't always feel like you're stuck on that one particular thing. So there's lots of really cool pictures out there too when it comes to these measurements and different things, these mask references, showing surfaces of temperatures and thickness and all of that. So there's a whole list even more further into this article that describes more on the digital tools and how they're reshaping collections research. The work that Carlos described here, part of a recent craft project, does not use artificial intelligence or machine learning. It relies on computer-based shape comparison and careful interpretation of meteorological logical results. But it sits within a border movement in heritage research. So together, these projects really do help to point to a future in which digital tools can really help play an increasingly active role in how museums and archaeologists understand the past. It's no longer something where it's just a display because, gosh, you know, we can't find the history. These digital tools, these AI tools are used to help to at least give us an even better insight on what happened in the past and how people lived their lives. And it's really cool to see that because you can learn from them, whether it's good or bad, to take with you into your life. And I think that that's really cool to have. And it's also cool to see the artifacts too. I mean, come on, you go to a museum, it's cool to see how people design things and all that good stuff. So best of luck to the archaeologists out there, and of course to the rise of AI being used for good. Being used for good. That's the important thing. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more here on Out to Lunch, WRMN.
Looking to buy or sell a home in Chicagoland? Need trusted legal help with real estate, evictions, or estate planning? Turn to Guthrie & Brady, the happy lawyers serving the greater Chicago area since 1965. With over 50 years of experience, they handle titles and deeds, foreclosures, landlord-tenant issues, wills, trusts, and more. Appointments available evenings or weekends at their Roselle office or right in your home. Call Guthrie & Brady now at 847-524-1215. That's 847-524-1215. Or visit gnblegal.com. Guthrie and Brady, personal, professional, affordable legal services for all of Chicagoland. The happy lawyers since 1965. That's gnblegal.com or 847-524-1215. Guthrie and Brady, trusted legal help made easy, fast, affordable, and experienced. Call today.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 12 o'clock.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by Chick-fil-A. The first practice date for the 2026 Illinois high school football season is moving up to August 5th. The IHSA says member schools approved the change by vote Friday. Players must still complete 12 days of on-field practice before they are eligible to compete in their first game. Illinois lawmakers have proposed raising the state's minimum wage to $27 an hour by 2032. The plan would begin with incremental increases starting July 1st of this year, if approved. The Illinois Department of Employment Security says 1099-G tax forms are now available for people who received unemployment benefits in 2025. Claimants should receive an email notice or a copy by mail. Forms can also be accessed through an IDES online account or by calling TeleServe. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
You're still grooving, still connecting, still loving, still turning up, still thriving. You still got it, but your immune system, it weakens as you age. That's where vaccines come in. They help train and strengthen your immune response to fight off respiratory illnesses like flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, or COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Book in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Meet Lee Platts, a renter whose possessions fill not only her apartment, but also the darkest corners of a mini storage unit. A land of both truth and fiction. Truth, everything inside is protected by Progressive. Fiction, one day Lee will fit into her clothes from senior year of high school. Renters, discover coverage for what you love and what you can't get rid of in Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. Illini men's basketball 71-58 winners at home over Indiana on Sunday. The number 8 Illini could see a jump in this week's AP Top 25. 21-5 overall on the season, second in the Big Ten, 12-3 in the conference, chasing 14-1 Michigan. Illini women's basketball has a home game tomorrow hosting Rutgers. The Cubs and White Sox are set to get their Cactus League schedule underway this coming Friday. The teams will play each other in Arizona. It's a 2 o'clock Central first pitch. The NBA All-Star break continues. The Bulls are off until Thursday night when they host Toronto. Chicago's 11th in the East. They went into the break with losses in 6 in a row and 9 of 10, falling to 24-31 on the season. Save big when you bundle auto and home, renters, or condo with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
The second I see that Chick-fil-A text in the group chat, I'm throwing my shoes on and running out the door. Hey, I'm Layla.
And I'm Kaylin.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is
how it feels like an easygoing morning.
The chicken adds the most flavor. It's juicy and seasoned.
The biscuit is just very light and airy and fluffy, just like a cloud.
I also love to put jelly on mine, so it's sweet and savory.
It's a good start to the day.
Mornings are a little bit brighter with the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit and Simply Orange Juice. Available on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Progressive. Today, mostly sunny with a high near 62. This afternoon, temperatures around 58. Tonight, patchy fog after midnight, mostly cloudy with a low around 39. Looking ahead to Tuesday, patchy fog before morning, mostly cloudy with a high near 56. Currently, it's 51 and clear. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
A KFC tale in the pursuit of flavor. The Colonel despised the word empty. Empty plates, empty tables, empty stomachs. That's why he made the KFC $5 bowls, like the famous bowl. Creamy mashed potatoes, crispy chicken, corn, gravy, and cheese. Because the only empty the Colonel liked was when you reached the bottom of that bowl. The Colonel lived so we could chicken. 5 KFC bowls for just $5 each.
Prices and participation may vary. Taxes, tips, and fees.
Before the weather gets too cold, it's time to finish up those outdoor jobs. That's why ComEd wants you to know that electricity can jump from a power line to you and to the tools you're using. So maintain a safe distance from any power lines. You can also call ComEd at 1-800-EDISON-1 to have those power lines de-energized the next time you do any work around them. Stay smart, stay safe, stay back. ComEd, powering lives.
When tragedy strikes, you need more than a lawyer, you need a voice. Romanucci and Blandon fight for justice in cases of personal injury, wrongful death, civil rights, and medical malpractice. With over $1 billion recovered, their results speak loud. Call 312-458-1000 or visit rblaw.net. That's 312-458-1000. Romanucci and Blandon, national impact, personalized care. No fee unless they win. Proud supporter of America's First Responders Fest. Welcome to the 12 o'clock hour of Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley, and the Talk of the Town, broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you the Fox River Valley area. Welcome to the afternoon time, where we wind down a little bit here and we talk about some fun food items and drinks to enjoy. We're going to go through the beers of the month today, brought to you by Fox Valley Magazine, and we'll see what are some of those good IPAs and more that are in store for you at these local businesses that you can go out and support. You are listening to Out to Lunch. Out to Lunch is sponsored by St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin. Are you looking for expert orthopedic and spine care close to home? Well, St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin is here for you. They have their highly skilled orthopedic and spine specialists, providing advanced treatments for joint, bone, and back conditions, all with a personalized approach designed to get you moving again. Whether it's for hip or knee pain, sports injuries, or complex spine issues, they use the latest technology and surgical techniques to help you to heal faster and get back to the activities that you love. And that's not all. Their comprehensive rehabilitation services mean that you'll have expert support every step of the way, from surgery through recovery. So trust your health to excellence. Trust St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin, a proud member of Prime Healthcare. Call today at 847-931-5525 or visit stjosephelgin.com to learn more and to schedule your appointment. So, of course, as always, thank you to St. Joseph Hospital for sponsoring today's show, Out to Lunch. They are your trusted care facility. St. Joseph Hospital is located in Elgin at 77 North Airlight Street. You can also follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn to get all of those updates on what's coming up. Your experience does matter to them. They're committed to providing compassionate, high-quality care, and they'd love to hear about your visit. So share your experience. You can leave a review and help continue improving our patients and families, they write. So share them in the comments or also check them out on Google. So please feel free to check out more information on their website or also on their Facebook page. We also want to remind you as well, too, on the first Tuesday of every month at the 11 o'clock hour for Out to Lunch, we have Travel Tuesdays with Cruises International. Now, if you are looking to plan your perfect vacation stay, Cruises International is your go-to professional travel experiences with cruise and vacation experts. So we encourage you to go to their website. That's cruisesinternational.com. Their vacations land and sea, and it's vacations, your vacations, your way. So you can also check them out on their Facebook page too. See all the different updates that are out there as well. And you can join in on the first Tuesday of every month, starting at 11 o'clock with Shauna White and I for Cruises International. They've got some cool careers that are also available too. Yesterday, they had their Day 3 series of Avalon Waterways. So there's lots of cool things that you can explore from Amsterdam to Switzerland. They've got that going for them. You can also check out, of course, gifting travel to folks too. They have some specials that are going on now too. Book any 7 to 14 night voyage in 2026 by February 28th. And you'll enjoy $1,000 in shipboard credit, champagne, and a chocolate treat, too. So that's a nice Valentine's Day special that they're doing right now. So if you want to check that out, that's Cruises International, 1978. That's on their Facebook page. They also do lots of great postings on celebrations, experiences, and so much more. So don't miss out on that opportunity to plan your vacation your way. Speak to a cruise and vacation expert today. They can help you with that. They do such a great job. The weather and temperatures for today, 65 is now our high. It's really feeling like a spring day outside. I'm going to have to go for a walk, I think. That sounds pretty nice. Temperatures right now are at 59. It feels like 50. I don't even need the heater on. I think I probably won't even need a jacket once I leave today. So that should be pretty nice. High of 65, mostly sunny. Get outside and enjoy this beautiful day that we have today. It's near record high temperatures as we've been seeing. It does drop down to 36 as our low for tonight. Tomorrow is going to be a high of 54, so a little bit chillier, but still pretty nice. And we see it dropping down to only 47 as our low. We do see a chance of rain coming up for tomorrow night, which means it's going to be, like I've been saying here, whenever it rains at night, it always helps me to sleep a little bit better too. For many people, it's not that way, but for many people it is. I find rain and thunderstorms to be very comforting, even though I used to not think so. I used to hate them when I was a kid. I don't know what changed. I guess I just did. Some people never like thunderstorms. Other people have never had a problem with it too, as long as you're in your home safely, of course. High of 61 degrees is coming up for Wednesday, the 18th. We see it dropping down to 33. Thursday is a high of 51, becoming cloudy with occasional light rain in the afternoon. That chance of rain is roughly about 60%. It drops down to 33 as a low coming up. That's for Thursday night with some more rain. Now Friday, a high of only 39 degrees means we could be seeing some freezing rain because the rain is predicted to be at about 30 to 40% chance. It drops down to 24 is our low for Friday night. And then Saturday rolls around. We see a high of 41 degrees. Sunshine and clouds mixed with a low of 23 for Saturday night. Sunday, we see here a high of 37. And then we see a low of 18 degrees coming up. That's for Sunday night. So it is going to be definitely chillier. Like I had mentioned earlier today that we're going to be seeing some chillier temperatures coming up later into the week. And then eventually does go back up again. But those record high temperatures are today. So get outside and enjoy the beautiful weather that we have. You are listening to Out to Lunch here on WRMN. Don't forget, at 12:30, we have our Tradio segment. Now, come on. Today is definitely a spring-like day outside. If you want to start planning ahead of time for your garage sales, there you go. And you know what? You might even have already planned a garage sale today. Maybe you're having one because it's a beautiful day. You looked ahead at the schedule and you're like, hey, wait a minute. Monday's supposed to be a pretty nice day. I think I'll have a garage sale. So if you have a garage sale, I know it's not really the garage sale season, but if you've got one, post it here on Tradio, 847-931-1410, or text us at 505-926-1410. Flea market season is also coming up, and I am so excited for it, as many of you know. I know Steve Thorin knows it because he's also excited for the flea market season as well. Kane County Flea Market is one that I always enjoy going to, and it is coming up this month and March because it's the last Saturday and Sundays of the month. Although it does leeway into March, it does start on Saturday, February 28th because of the weekend. So it's really the first Saturday and Sunday of the month, first weekend of the month. But because it's a shorter month this month as we know it, that's why we're seeing it coming up on the 28th. So February 28th is the first day. It's Saturday from 12 to 5. This is the Kane County Flea Market. And then Sunday, 7 to 4 is March 1st. April 11th and 12th, they're going to be on. So it's going to be a little bit of a longer time there just because of Easter being the following week, the previous weekend. And then it's May 2nd and 3rd, June 6th and 7th. We have July 4th and 5th. Now, this is interesting. It is coming up on a Saturday. That's interesting because that's 4th of July. I bet, I don't know how many people are going to be there then. If it's coming up July 4th for the King County Flea Market. That's interesting. They chose to do it July 4th instead of July 11th and 12th. Interesting. I don't know how many people are going to be out there then because a lot of people are going to be going to those, going to the parades. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But if you want to check out the whole schedule, you can find it. Oh my gosh, they even have it on October 31st, Halloween. Oh, that's so interesting. October 3rd and 4th, October 31st and November 1st. Yeah, this is an interesting year that we're seeing this with the 2026 schedule for the King County Flea Market. Being a little later due to Easter, coming up in February, which rarely happens, on 4th of July and on Halloween. That's interesting. Quite an interesting year, but hey, embrace it. Check it out. King County Flea Market. They are fantastic. I am excited to be going to those. The time is already 12:16. I went on a tangent again here, as you know it. So we'll take a quick time out. When we come back, we'll talk more about the beers of the month and what to expect and to enjoy at your local breweries in the Fox River Valley. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more in just a bit.
If you turned 65 recently like me, it's important you find a Medicare Advantage plan that gives you the coverage you're looking for. But finding one can be difficult. The best thing I did, and I suggest you do the same, is call a licensed insurance agent and let them walk you through your Medicare Advantage plan options. There are so many benefits you have access to, so make the call now and let the representatives explain everything to you. Our licensed insurance agents can offer you a variety of Medicare Advantage plans. Plus, the call is free, the information is free, and there's no obligation to enroll. We're here to make it easy for you to select a Medicare Advantage plan that may work for your needs. Finding a Medicare Advantage plan can be easy if you do what I did. Make a quick call right now to learn more. Thank you.
800-433-3082. 800-433-3082. 800-433-3082. That's 800-433-3082.
Building a house is hard, but have you tried removing one? Flood Brothers takes the mess out of demolition. With fast roll-off dumpster delivery, reliable debris pickup, and a family-owned team that takes service personally. Call 630-261-0400 or visit floodbrothersdisposal.com. Flood Brothers Disposal, proud sponsor of America's First Responders Fest.
Listen this Sunday afternoon to Handle on the Law.
I know we're at an at-will date, but for making a comment, like, hey, your hair looks good. And then I got a call from HR saying, hey, you know what, you're under investigation. Do I have any recourse?
Were you fired?
No, not yet.
The problem, Eddie, is they can fire you for any reason they want. They literally can wake up in the morning and say, you know what, I'm a little bored this morning. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to fire Eddie for no reason. Yep, he can do that. Yeah, that's California. Yep, welcome.
It's Handle on the Law this Sunday afternoon from 4 to 7 right here on WRMN.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough. But if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. encourage them to see a doctor, or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time-to-talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley and the talk of the town. This is your host, Matt McNeil, taking you into this 12 o'clock hour on a beautiful, sunny Monday afternoon. Get outside and enjoy this weather. We appreciate everyone tuning in today, and we hope that you are having a lovely Monday morning. It is gorgeous outside. We're seeing a little bit of a light breeze, all blue skies and sunshine around. I definitely think I'm going to have to take a little bit of a stroll once I'm done here before hopping on for Talk Time with Tammy and Friends later today, too. We do have What's Cooking Today with Michael Horn. That's coming up at the 1 o'clock segment from 1 to 2. Talk Time with Tammy and Friends from 2 to 4. We've got Big Top Sports. That'll be coming up from 4 until 6. 6 until 7 is a WRMN 10 o'clock news replay. 7 to 8, we've got a political talk show, and then the Voice of Reason with Andy Hoosier from 8 until 9 o'clock, followed by 3 hours of 30-minute segments of late-night radio on WRMN, including creepy cool stories that you can listen to. So stay tuned for that and more, and you can find more information on our website at WRMN1410.com. Now, as we know, beer is a popular drink of choice for many folks out there. And maybe you're listening right now, you're having your lunch, maybe you're having a sandwich, maybe you're sitting outside on your porch or your deck, and you're having a nice can of beer in your hand, and you're listening to WRMN right now. It's a perfect day to go outside and enjoy this weather, but especially to have a nice can of beer. Especially good for holidays. It is President's Day, too, right? It's a beautiful day outside. Beer frequently plays a central role in celebrating national holidays, and being a proud American is one of them, right? American, right? So, strong craft brewings are popular, and you can check them out at many different local breweries. And let's see what the beers of the month are for this day for some of these delicious all-American beer treats to have, with a little bit of a twist to some of them. So let's start off here with the featured selections of craft beers created by local Fox Valley area brewing companies. The first one on this list is one that many of you have heard about before. It is another Lunchbox Legend beer of the month that you can find at Moore Brewing Company. They've had these before. The last one they had was grape. This time they have strawberry jam flavored. So this is a beer designed to mimic a strawberry peanut butter and jelly sandwich, featuring bright strawberry sweetness, and you get the balanced notes of peanut butter. So it gives it kind of that earthy taste, too, with the peanut butter in there. You can find it at Moore Brewing Company. This is in Villa Park, Huntley, and Bartlett. They've got those 3 locations. So if you want some nostalgia, maybe you enjoyed strawberry jam when you were a kid. You had peanut butter and jelly in those old lunch boxes. And hey, if you've got some old Beatles lunch boxes, those go for a lot of money, too, nowadays, if you're looking to maybe sell them on Tradio. But if you want to bring some nostalgia back to your childhood, this is a great beer to enjoy. The next one on this list is the Stargazer. Gaze up at the stars with a nice can of beer in your hand. It's a dark lager with a 5.5 ABV. It's a fine-tuned blend of midnight wheat, carapils, copper, and caramel 120 malts. Perfect for lighting up a campfire and gazing at the stars from your backyard. You get smoothness, you get maltiness, and breadiness incorporated all together, and it's available now in the Penrose Tap Room in Geneva. That's on Stephen Street in downtown Geneva. The third one on this list is called the Jotunheimer, I think. We'll have to see. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's got those little the little asterisks. I think that's what it's called. The little dots at the top of the O, so it looks like a giant, like it looks like a surprise faced. You know what I'm talking about. Jotunheimer. Well, anyway, this is a lager. It's an Eisbock lager. It's an apex of lager beer. Their white whale, Jotunheimer, is a beer, an Eisbock lager, that they freeze distilled on a balmy -9°F Illinois night to transform an 8% ABV Bock lager into a 10.8% Eisbock. Now, you can freeze distilled in there. You can, freeze it for yourself too. It's already frozen. It's a Prost. You can find it at their St. Charles Distilling, and that is at Pollyanna Brewing, and that's in St. Charles on South Riverside Avenue is where that is. The next one on this list you can find at Scorched Earth Brewing Company, and this is called the Black Beer. This is the Schwarzbier, which translates from German to literally meaning black beer. It's a German dark lager becoming widely popular after the reunification of Germany in the 90s. Now, traditionally, this beer is a light-bodied dark beer with roasty, malty notes, and they're also well-balanced by a bit of hop bitterness. Their Schwarzbier features Munich, Pilsner, chocolate, and roasted barley malts, along with Hallertauer Mittelfru hops. German words. I'll have to ask my mom about those. I'm probably not pronouncing them right. With a flavor profile well-balanced between sweet, bready maltiness with a hint of dark caramel, it's a smooth, roasty character akin to dark, bittersweet chocolate and coffee. Okay, you can't go wrong with that one. You can find it at Scorched Earth Brewing Company, and that's located in Algonquin. You do get some hints of dark fruit with this. It comes out of the background. It finishes dry with a mild but clean bitterness. So if you maybe even want to add some almond milk to it too, I don't know if you want to ruin that beer, but maybe you can pair it with some ice cream or something. I don't know. See how it tries out, especially with the chocolate and the coffee taste. Two Brothers Brewing in Warrenville has their Domaine DuPage French Country Ale. One of the most award-winning craft beers, period. Domaine DuPage is a French country ale. It offers a toasty caramel sweetness with just enough hops to cleanse the palate. It's a true original, both in style and taste. It's a decorated ale continuing to shine as the flagship beer of Two Brothers. And it's available on draft and in 12-ounce cans. The alcohol beverage, the ABV there is 6.2%. And I do like that nice, very dominating owl design that they have on there too. It's simplistic, but it's also like this owl has angry eyes, and it's like, hey, or maybe not angry, but very, they mean business, like, hey, this is this is the way to drink beer. So that's a good advertising marketing side of things when they do that. That's pretty cool. And that's it. Those are the beers of the month, folks. So we've got 5 different beers, and you can find them all under the dining section on foxvalleymagazine.com. I know last week I did read the wines of the month, so you can also find those too for Valentine's Day, and some of those dishes and choices of cocktails for the month of January that you can enjoy. And I also recommend too Village Squire's prime rib every Friday through Sunday. Very delicious, very good. And then also the fall off the bone rib dinner, which is very good too. So definitely good to check that out if you've never had their prime rib dinner. It's pretty good. And you can also get it for a good price too. If you want to check out more information on fun things that are enjoyable in the Fox River Valley area, check out foxvalleymagazine.com. They've got some great fine dining options, of course. I know Valentine's Day is over, but maybe you celebrate a Valentine's Day week. And not even a day, but more so a week itself. You can also find some other events that are coming up too, and more. You can find this all posted on foxvalleymagazine.com. So it awaits for you to open its pages and see what's inside. You can also check out arts and entertainment, things that are coming up here. So we'll definitely be mentioning some of those coming up in just a little bit. But we also do have our Tradio segment coming up around the corner in just a little while here, in about 4 or 5 minutes. This is where you can call into the studio number here at 847-931-1410. If you've got something that you're looking to buy, sell, trade, and or announce to the Fox River Valley area, especially on a nice warmer day like today, maybe the sunshine encourages you to maybe do some spring cleaning a little bit early, as we are seeing that early spring, according to Woodstock Willie. And not Punxsutawney Phil. Sorry, Punxsutawney Phil. I go with Woodstock Willie on what he's saying there. I think many others are too. At least for Illinois, I can say. The time is approaching here, bottom of the hour news. We're almost at 12:30. Maybe you're already taking yourself out to lunch, or you're enjoying something small in your office or in your home. No matter where you might be, we hope you're enjoying this lovely day. Definitely take advantage of it. Take advantage. Don't take for granted the days that we have. So stay tuned for more here on Out to Lunch, WRMN AM 1410. We'll be back with more in just a little bit.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by KFC. The Illinois Department of Employment Security says 1099-G tax forms are now available for people who received unemployment benefits in 2025. Claimants should receive an email notice or a copy by mail. Forms can also be accessed through an IDES online account or by calling TeleServe. The first practice date for the 2026 Illinois high school football season is moving up to August 5th. The IHSA says member schools approved the change by vote Friday. Players must still complete 12 days of on-field practice before they are eligible to compete in their first game. Illinois lawmakers have proposed raising the state's minimum wage to $27 an hour by 2032. The plan would begin with incremental increases starting July 1st of this year, if approved. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
The smartest way to spend your money is not to. Straight Talk offers free 5G phones for new and existing customers on Verizon's 5G network. So the refund money I don't spend on that free phone is the refund money I get to keep for my family. Smart.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different.
Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Elgin isn't just a city. It's a community built on connection, innovation, and opportunity. And at the heart of it all is the Elgin Chamber of Commerce. For over a century, the Elgin Chamber has helped local businesses grow, connecting entrepreneurs, advocating for progress, and inspiring the leaders of tomorrow. Whether you're a new business just starting out or an established company looking to expand, the Elgin Chamber is your partner for success. Join a powerful network of leaders making a difference in our community every day. Together, we're shaping the future of Elgin, one connection at a time. Elgin Area Chamber of Commerce, where business and community grow together. Call now, 847-741-5660, or go to info@elginchamber.com. Contact Carol Gieske.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Chick-fil-A. This afternoon, mostly sunny with a high near 62. Tonight, patchy fog after midnight, mostly cloudy with a low around 39. On Tuesday, patchy fog is expected before 9 a.m., mostly cloudy with a high near 56. Currently, it's 56 and clear. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Really smart. Unfortunately, I didn't check if I took the gas hose out of my car's tank. Ooh, not smart. And and I drove off while still attached to pump number 3.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. Potential savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN. It is our Tradio segment. If you're looking to buy, sell, trade, and or announce to the Fox River Valley area, now is the time, folks. Call into the station number here today at 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. If you have something you just want to get rid of, you don't really need it anymore, or it's just causing too much clutter in your home. We've all been there before, right? We have these items. You're like, I don't know what to do with them. There's causing too much space in my home. I need to start clearing stuff out. Or maybe you're recently moving in. Maybe you sold some items. You want to replace them with some newer items or some older, newer items or older, quote, newer items to add to your collection. This is the great time to call. And again, for buying, selling, trading, or announcing too. If you have any events that are coming up, maybe a church event, maybe there's a potluck, a fundraiser. We've got, of course, the Food for Greater Elgin Pallet to Pallet events coming up on March 31st. Emily Tyler with Food for Greater Elgin's coming in tomorrow for the 8 o'clock hour for the morning show to discuss that with us and a couple more times during the Out to Lunch segments before the event actually happens. And I definitely plan on going to the event coming up March 31st. I had a blast last time, and I'm excited for more delicious food and hospitality and connections, because it is about making those connections with those local businesses too. We want to make sure that we recognize them as well here on WRMN. So stay tuned for that. That'll be coming up March 31st. We're looking forward to it. But yes, of course, this is our Tradio segment, so feel free to call in at 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. So we have some Tradio callers. We have a Tradio caller from a couple days ago. She has a lot of furniture for sale in Hampshire. She's called before, and she is having to sell her home. And so definitely help to take some of the weight off of her by checking out what are some of the pieces that she has. She has everything is like new. She'll take any offers at this point. So please feel free to help her out on this. She's got 2 sofas, for example. She's got a dining room table set. She's got so much more. So TV, appliances, washer and dryer things, all things that are washer and dryer, and also a washer and dryer too. So call her, tell her who you are first and what you might be interested. She can give you more details and information when you give her a call. She has 2 numbers. She has her cell number and her landline. The cell number to dial is 847-502-4612. And then she also does have her landline, which is 847-695-9881. So that's 847-502-4612 or 847-695-9881. That's the number to dial. Some other Tradio callers here. We have Greg. He's looking for those bicycles. This is a bicycle kind of a day to ride your bike. So if you are having some bicycles, maybe you're a bike collector and you want to maybe get rid of some stuff, Greg is looking for those bicycles from the 1800s to the 1970s. They can be in any condition. He's also looking for vintage Omega watches, men's and women's watches, and the diver style watches. And again, he's a collector, not a dealer, so he'll pay a fair price on those. He's also looking for old gas tether cars, old racing go-karts, and extra pieces to add for a Shuko Disney monorail toy that he has. And then he also does have a son, and he's looking for some Pokemon cards. So if anyone out there has some Pokemon cards willing to trade, reach out to Greg today at 847-962-6033. Now, Greg also does have some things for sale. He's got a nice bicycle for $99 if you're looking to gift it to someone before the weather gets super cold, but eventually will warm up. Or like today too, that's a Schwinn 312 Goose Island bicycle. So maybe the sunlight and the beautiful weather outside, it might inspire you to buy a bicycle. This is a really good one that runs good for $99. That's a good low price on a bicycle, considering how much everything's gone up in today's age with the economy. So definitely a good one, a good investment to make too. He also does have a Hamilton Beach 3-head milkshake maker for $425. He has a Lionel Pioneer Zephyr. It's about 4 feet long in excellent condition. And then he also does have a Bailey Blue hat for sale, and it does come with the box, the original box. So reach out to him today. That's Greg at 847-962-6033. That's 847-962-6033. Another Tradio caller here has a car for sale. It's a 2009 Toyota Corolla. It's a Model S car. It's a 5-speed manual transmission, great condition for $5,000 or best offer. His location is Elmhurst, Illinois. So if you want to reach out to him for more information, that's 312-296-4223. That's 312-296-4223. And then finally, Gary here's looking for a typewriter from 30s to the 50s in the color black, portable with a case, if anyone has it. That's 847-372-8083. That's 847-372-8083. That's the number to dial. So those are the Tradio callers. If anyone might be interested, feel free to call in today at 847-931-1410 is that number to dial. Let's see what we have coming up here for the rest of this week. I did mention earlier here, Emily Tyler with Food for Greater Elgin is coming into the station for the 8 o'clock hour on the morning show with Susie C. and Dino. And she's going to be talking about the upcoming Palate to Palate event. Now, if you want to learn some more information about them, you can check out foodforgreaterelgin.org. When you go to their website, their top item or top thing that pops up is the Palate to Palate event. So if you want to check it out for more information, you can find it. It's Palate to Palate. You can join them on Tuesday, March 31st for their Palate to Palate event. Let me see if I can find it here. If you just click on it, it'll take you directly to what's coming up. They say life is short. Come to the party. You could have made a new friend, business contact, or met the loved one of your life, but you stayed at home and watched Netflix. Don't wake up wondering what delicious concoctions you missed at Palate to Palate. You can become a vendor or a sponsor. They offer tickets, invite your friends, make memories. This is a great way because it also all comes back into the community. Your business is recognized when you become a vendor at Palate to Palate event brought to you by Food for Greater Elgin, and it all goes back into the community. So it is a really, really great opportunity to check it out. Some of the event vendors include Main Event, great place to go to. Pastries with a Purpose. Stewart's Cheesecakes, once again, fantastic. Elgin Public House, El Patio, Portillo's, Duke's Blues and Barbecues. They have fantastic fall off the bone wings. And La Cosecha. We recently had Nicole and Gaston with us on Friday. So feel free to check that out. They've got some great opportunities for you to enjoy some good food and great company. So we'll talk more about that coming up tomorrow on the morning show. What else is coming up tomorrow? I'm having Daria Shulisheva. She is Russian. I did find out that where she grew up in Russia was 15 minutes away from where I was born. So that's so interesting considering how big the country is. That's amazing. That's really amazing. I mean, she grew up there the same. I mean, we were 15 minutes away from each other. How interesting is that? So she's going to be coming in. She has a business called Desserts Without Regrets. And I think tomorrow's a great day to interview her because it is Fat Tuesday. And I know a lot of people sometimes feel a little bit regretful when it comes to enjoying some good food. But this is Desserts Without Regrets. She's coming into the station at 11 o'clock to talk about her business. It's dessertswithoutregrets.com if you want to look ahead of time. You can also follow her on Facebook too. So many delicious treats that are offered, and it's all made by hand too and made with love. So it's a great way to make your life sweeter without adding sugar. is what the catchphrase is if you check it out on their Facebook page. Very, very cool. I love it. Very good, or in Russian, хорошо. Very good. Or I think that means well. Also coming up here, too, on Wednesday, we do have the Wise Coffee Chat with Jennifer Sanchez. So that'll be coming up on Wednesday. That'll be from 9 until 10. I'm also going to be having Elizabeth Thielen coming into the station. She is with Nicasa Behavioral Health Services. And now she is going to be talking with us about an upcoming pop-up prom dress boutique for Elgin area high school students. This event, it's coming up soon here. So she's going to be coming to the station at 11 o'clock on Wednesday to talk with us about this. And this is an event that happens every year to treat local students to free prom dresses, shows, and accessories so they can experience this rite of passage alongside their peers. Lack of funds shouldn't keep young people from participating in prom. So again, this is a great opportunity to tune into this, and this is an upcoming event. It's called Shine Bright Like a Diamond event that's coming up. So we'll talk about that. That'll be coming up on Wednesday. The time is 45 past the hour. We'll take a quick time out. We'll be back with more here on Out to Lunch, WRMN. We'll talk about what's happening locally in the Fox River Valley area. So stay tuned for more, and we'll be back with more in just a bit.
Every year in Illinois, over 30,000 drivers are arrested for DUI. Due to improper testing procedures, many people end up being wrongfully charged. The book DUIs Decoded cuts right to the chase and tells you how proper DUIs arrests are supposed to be made, from the initial traffic stop to the reasoning behind the field sobriety test, all the myths and facts about taking a breathalyzer, and more. DUIs Decoded is written by nationally recognized DUI expert witness William Polarinos. Available now at Amazon and BarnesandNoble.com.
Are you looking for a way to be creative right now? Have you ever wanted to learn to watercolor paint? You can now do that from the comfort of your own home with Zoom watercolor classes. Get professional instruction from nationally showing artist Victoria Elizabeth. These classes are step-by-step, broken down with easy-to-understand instructions. They are affordable, too, at $15 for a 2-hour class. Visit her website at victoriaelizabethart.com to find out more. That's victoriaelizabethart.com.
Ever tried balancing a dozen eggs in one hand while hopping on one foot? Or maybe juggling cats while riding a unicycle? Sounds ridiculous, right? But guess what? That's exactly what texting while driving is like. Your human brain only has the capacity to focus on one thing at a time. So when you're behind the wheel, give driving your undivided attention.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
All the other planter box treatments, they're playing catch-up. BioBoost doesn't just replace talc and graphite. It uses microbes to fuel early vigor and drive season-long performance, helping corn and soybeans deliver at least a 3 times return on investment. That's a yield advantage of 7.41 bushel per acre on corn and a 3.92 yield advantage on soybeans. Get BioBoost today. Visit bwfusion.com/trustthedust to learn more.
Are you suffering with anxiety, depression, PTSD, an eating disorder, or even a substance abuse problem? If it's causing problems at work or with your family, get help now at Insight Mental Health and Wellness. We can help and treat all types of depression and mental issues. We'll help you use your insurance to get away from it all to a beautiful, sunny, and tranquil vacation-like environment so you can recharge yourself. And with a Family Medical Leave Act, you could take the time off you need from work. Plus, with the Affordable Care Act, your treatment could be 100% covered if you're suffering from any kind of anxiety, depression, PTSD, eating disorder, or even a substance abuse problem. Use your insurance and get away from it all. Come to sunny California. Call Insight Mental Health and Wellness now. 800-419-0287. 800-419-0287. 800-419-0287. That's 800-419-0287.
on WRMN, the voice of the valley and the talk of the town, broadcasting live here from Studio 14. We still have about 10 minutes left here, so let's talk about what's happening locally here in the Fox River Valley area, starting off with some suggested opportunities for you. Our good friend and listener here, Linda Wildtree, sent me something here about Santa's Village. They have right now a sweetheart sale, and it is still going on now through till the 18th of February. So if you want to check it out, this is a great opportunity to get those any day tickets and even their 2026 souvenir cup. 2 any day tickets and the 2026 souvenir cup for $54.99 plus tax, which is a pretty good deal if I do say so myself. It's the sweetheart sale going on at Santa's Village right now, and that's any day ticket. 2 any day tickets for $54.99 plus tax, and you do get a souvenir cup, which is great. So it's a great collector's item to have. So that's coming up there. That'll be, it's currently going on now. You can visit santasvillagedundee.com to get those sweetheart sale tickets. There's also a lunch and learn that's coming up too. This is Thursday, February 19th. This is at the Resource Bank Community Room. This is brought to you by the Hampshire Area Chamber of Commerce. They do say to register by the 17th, so you still have time to register on their website. That's the Hampshire Area Chamber of Commerce's website. The topic will be 2025-2026 tax update for businesses. Lunch will be catered by Double R Barbecue, and it's $20 for members and $25 for non-members. So please feel free to check this out. Guest presenter will be Matt Kruger with Kruger and Associates, Tax and Business Advisory Incorporated. So that'll be coming up here. It's a lunch and learn that they have every month, and that is brought to you by the Hampshire Area Chamber of Commerce. So please feel free to check them out. Let's touch base with the Elgin Police Department. Recently posted, the Elgin Police Department's Records Division will be closed tomorrow on Tuesday, February 17th. Normal operations will resume on Wednesday, February 18th. During this time, you will still be able to contact the Records Division via phone call or email. So that was recently posted. They also did post 16 minutes ago, this past Valentine's Day, members of the Elgin Police Department spent time with local seniors, helping make their day a little brighter and more memorable. So that's a really nice slideshow that you can find with some little video clips there. If you want to check it out, you can find them. That is so sweet. I love that. So very nice. That was recently posted on their Facebook page. They went and visited some of the seniors out there. And there's a lot of lonely folks out there too. So it's always good to give them the love and attention that they need. So that's recently posted by the Elgin Police Department. And thank you for all that you do, of course, for the city of Elgin and for the safety of all of our, for everyone. We appreciate it. And you can join in with Chief Lally and Dino and guests on Fridays with the Finest. That's at 9 o'clock until 9:30 every Friday here in Studio 14 during our Fridays with the Finest segments on Fridays on WRMN. Let's see some other things here too. The Elgin Fire Department recently posted as well. There is, that's an old event. I'm sorry, excuse me. It was from February 11th. There was an old event. If you want to check out more information, or feel free to follow them on their Facebook page. It's the Elgin Fire Department, Elgin, Illinois. They have 133 sworn firefighters who provide a full range of coverage to 38.8 square miles and service a population of nearly 115,000 people. So their location is at 550 Summit Street in Elgin. Gailborden Public Library recently posted, celebrate Black History Month with powerful stories for young readers. Today's spotlight, recently posted on their Facebook page, is What Do Brothers Do All Day by Ahwan Mance. This book celebrates Black men and boys by showing them engaged in everyday activities. It highlights the beauty of ordinary moments and affirming the strength of the Black community. So if you want to check it out, it's available at the Gailborden Public Library, or you can also find it online. They have a whole list section for Black History Month that you can find on their website for all the different books that are available. If you want to check them out, you can view them. That's at gailborden.info. That's gailborden.info. And again, so many other elements are available too when it comes to just all the other things that are also coming up for fun activities, exhibits, and more. So please feel free to check that out. So many cool things. Again, celebrating 150 years of America, and also Elgin, even though Elgin's not 150 years old. But you can still celebrate Elgin by checking it out. It's a commemorative exhibit that's now on display through till March. Let's see some other things coming up here too. Fox River Valley Public Library District. The libraries are closed today because, again, I said some libraries are open, some are closed. The library will be closed on February 16th in observance of President's Day, and will reopen with regular hours on February 17th. So that is, again, the Fox River Valley Public Library, Carpentersville. They have Sleepy Hollow, Algonquin locations. So that's all located in those specific locations. Geneva Public Library, nothing really new that they posted. I know they always do have some fun activities. If you want to check out their book displays and more, you can find that. That's all on their website, Geneva Public Library at geneva.il.us, on their main website too. You can check that out and follow the links. There is an upcoming event now starting February 20th through till Sunday, March 1st. This is a performance by ECC Arts Center. It's at the ECC Arts Center, and it's called Unsung Broadway. Unsung Broadway. Excuse me, I was pronouncing that wrong twice. It's on stage, Countless of Undiscovered Treasures. It's running from February 20th to March 1st at the Elgin Community College Arts Center. Unsung Broadway is a musical review celebrating unforgettable songs from shows that time forgot and unforgettable members that never made opening night. From overlooked masterpieces to cut classics from iconic musicals, this is a show that brings a fresh take on Broadway's best-kept secrets. So definitely entice yourself with this fun show. Tickets are $20 for students and seniors and $22 for non-students and seniors, and they can be purchased on their website. That's the Elgin Community College website, which is eccartscenter.org. So that's coming up. That's called Unsung Broadway. You can also contact the box office at elgin.edu for more information. And finally, of course, we have exploreelginarea.com. What are some fun things coming up here that you can enjoy? Well, of course, Mardi Gras is coming up tomorrow. Mardi Gras. Whether you use the S or not, it's still a fun time to enjoy some good food. And Mardi Gras is available at Chicago Street Poorhouse tonight, and it's running through till the 18th. They have some specials that are going on. I announced this earlier during the community hour, but if you want to check it out, they're having their voodoo chicken sandwich with fries, so you get a little spice in there. Shrimp po' boy with fries. Hurricane drink. That sounds pretty good. And then their Dogfish Head Grateful Dead IPA for $6. That's going on now through till the 18th. Those specials are available. The Assembly has their bingo every Monday night. That's coming up soon. And then they've also got some other fun things coming through also. But we also wanted to remind you as well, Celebration of Life for George Rawlinson will be coming up. That will be at the American Legion Post 57 coming up this Wednesday. That's starting at 5 o'clock. We encourage you to come out to this event to share the life stories of George Rawlinson and celebrating his life as well, too. There will be a donation box for his family. We've put together a really nice slideshow and some great speaking abilities, too. So that'll be coming up. That's at 820 North Liberty Street. That's this Wednesday. It's a spaghetti dinner that is being hosted. And it's a great way to honor the life of our good friend George Rawlinson, who has now moved on into another life, but definitely not forgotten and still in our hearts as well, too. So that's coming up this Wednesday. We encourage you to go out there. Our whole WRMN family is going to be out there. You'll see me there, too. So feel free to come up to me, shake my hand, say hello, or give me a hug. I can hug people, too. I'm a huggy person, so feel free to do that. That's coming up here, and we've got more local programming coming up in just a bit, including What's Cooking Today? Well, What's Cooking Today? You'll have to figure it out and listen in coming up at 1 o'clock. We've got Talk Time with Tammy and Friends and more coming your way, also for the rest of the night and for the day. Stay tuned for more and have a wonderful rest of your Monday.